everyone, and welcome to Inflame Medical Magazine. I extend my warm welcome to Dr. Nachiket Bhatia sir for joining us for today's talk. And today we're going to talk about the recent news that is upcoming, that NEET PG exam is now being postponed for 4 months and how it is going to affect students. So welcome, sir. And
Hi, Alisha.
if you don't know, sir is also the founder of DVMCI eGurukul, and sir is every now and then posting on the recent updates. So I think he is the best person to talk about such issues. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing just well. I hope the same for you and your family.
According to the recent update that is coming right now, like from past a day that is revolving around the internet, that is NEET PG is being postponed for 4 months. And it is a tough news for everyone. So what are your views on that? And how are students going to be affected from this? And the final years are also told to join the duties due to the lack of doctor available in India. So how to cope up with that alongside the preparation?
Alisha, first of all, the news is pretty devastating. As you can see, that I've been just counseling the students for the last 24 hours now, and they are shattered because now they have to, get up all motivated to study for the next 4 months. Many have actually given up, and I had to help them from the start, from the scratch, that it's okay. It's not that worse right now. But somehow delaying the exam 4 months, I will say that's a pretty hard call. But I would definitely say that at least a month postpone should have been there, because let me tell you very frankly, being from Delhi right now, I start my day with RIPs and I end my day with RIPs right now. That is the situation here. And for the people here are dying because of lack of Medicare. They are not able to find beds, they are not able to find oxygen. And I am talking about middle class, good middle class people. Okay, not the lower strata. I can't even imagine what is happening with. Okay, so right now, if you ask me, the situation here is so grim that I do not even want a single student to get affected when he goes to give that examination. I value the life of my students much more than that examination. Being said, I think 4 months is again a very big leap by the government. But if you ask me what is a positive line, at least now the students have a target, an aim. For the last 2 months now, they have been aimless. They've been asking me what to do, and I've been just giving them apparent dates like 15th June, because I just wanted to have at least a target in their mind. I mean, किसी के लिए तो पढ़ाई करनी है, किसी दिन के लिए तो पढ़ाई करनी है. So now at least they have a mind. They have in their mind that till end of August they can make their own game plan. They can plan their schedule accordingly. So that is the whole silver lining in this devastating news, if you ask me.
Okay, thank you so much for putting some light on the news. There's some other questions that students are asking about INICT exam. So now that the NEET PG exam is being postponed, what is the status of the INICT exam? Will that be also delayed, and what are the consequences for the same?
See, as I told before, that INI-CET will also be most probably delayed only because it will happen only after NEET. All right, and there are rumors going on that they will combine the November and June May exam. I don't think that will be true. Okay, they have to run 2 cycles. But right now, even I cannot be sure what can happen. This pandemic has, totally taken away all the logic from this world. So until unless you see a government notification, please do not believe any kind of rumors. And the exam will be delayed. Most probably, that is, 99% sure. Less a government can do anything. Neither you can hold any judgment on that. But 99% will be delayed.
Thank you for your viewpoints on the same. Again, with that news also, there were some other points that were covered, like job recruitments. So some would be posted in private, public sector. Like the students are not much aware of what job perspective were there in the article. So can you also tell us what it is about, and maybe that would clear students' mind?
So basically, the whole logic is that if a medical graduate does 100 days of COVID duty, he or she shall be given priority while they ever apply for government job. Basically, they can be like RMOs, CMOs, any government jobs. All right, and for that they can work in a private or a government setup. It is not necessarily government setup, but it has to be a COVID facility. And I think they will be given a certificate from there that this student has been verified and has worked for 100 days in COVID setup. So when they can preserve the certificate, and whenever they apply for government job, they can provide the certificate and they will be given a priority over all the other candidates. That is the whole logic behind the statement.
Okay, sir. I now get it. So now, according to the news, there are 4 months left now in the NEET PG exam. Like it is delayed for 4 months. So there are two questions I would like to ask according to the perspective of students. How should a student approach for NEET PG while doing the duties that are now being enforced to the final year students? And what if a student is not doing the duties, how he or she should plan his schedule accordingly?
See, for the people who are actually first of all confused whether to join a job or not. See, there is a priority section: family, studies, and then job. Only when you can manage both the first two factors, then join a job. I'm very, very clear on that. Okay, please do not sacrifice both these aspects and then join a job for a few months pay. That will, and this is for people who are financially okay. If you are financially weak, then job trumps everything. ठीक है ना, सिंपल सी बात है भाई, पैसा आएगा तो सब कुछ ठीक लगता है. But अगर if you are financially okay, then you have to do this thing. First, care about your family. Do not put your family on risk. Second, if you are joining a job, make sure that you are able to manage your studies. By studies, if you are going for a job under peer pressure or just to showcase something, then it's a bad choice. You are prepared for almost 18 months for that exam. Next 4 months, you should not sacrifice so easily. But being said all of this, our country actually needs your help. Our country needs frontline are actually dying of lack of medical care. So if you can, I mean, it requires a little bit more of hard work. It won't be easy. I mean, if a person joins a job, it's an 8-hour duty. He comes back tired, and now you're telling me that you have to join, you have to go and start studying. It is not going to be an easy task. So if you are ready for that hard work, I would request you to please go and join somewhere and provide your services. This country has been shown that doctors are the biggest assets to this country. They have been shown. And whatever they say that ऐसा है, मारपीट हो रही है, सब कुछ है, मगर the current situation has shown that doctors are the biggest assets. So please, if you can, if you are able to, please go and join and show us that you are really very needed, in very simple words.
Great. Thank you so much again. Now, the next thing that I would like to ask you is that there's a lot of stress, worry, and fear amongst the students as well, according to whatever is happening in this COVID pandemic. So, how to deal about the mental health issues and also to focus and concentrate on whatever is in terms of duty, job, or maybe studies?
I think the first thing a healthy human should do is talk about it. I was actually consulting for a patient through teleconsultation, and he was admitted in Noida. So he was a brother of a friend of mine. And yesterday morning, the manager of that hospital actually told me on call, sir, that the patient is on BiPAP, but the nurses over here do not know how to operate a BiPAP. That was the condition, and I did was trying my best to contact the hospital owner to actually try and shift that person to some new place, but I failed to do so. And 6 o'clock yesterday, the patient died. 40-year-old guy. Can you imagine what actually? My mind was full of just depressing thoughts that मैं कुछ कर नहीं पाया या मैं करना चाहता था उस लड़की पे क्या बीत रही होगी. When I started talking about it, okay, I had a live session on mental health yesterday, and I just talked about it to all the students. It helped. So, कुछ ठीक नहीं हुआ. I mean, it did not mend what had been done, but it actually gave me a release. It helped me calm me down. And after 2 hours, I was again back to consulting patients. As a doctor, my services cannot stop due to one patient. More than half the country right now is infected. Okay, people are asking for your help. They are looking for trusted doctors everywhere. So as a medico, you might be depressed, but that doesn't mean we can stop our work. And to be very frank, I am not a front-end warrior. Okay, I am the person who just gives. I am not being that much active. Okay, regret है मेरा. I regret that very much, but मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि that through teleconsultation I can just बहुत जगह पे I can give my help out. I keep consulting better doctors than me. समझता रहता हूँ कि that ठीक है, first hand आप first hand treatment क्या दे सकते हो. कोई मुझे directly call करता है, maybe I can help them out like that. But when I keep talking to them, when I keep talking to the patients, and when I'm depressing, I keep talking to my friends, it actually vents out with depressing thoughts. It helps me calm down. It helps me see a perspective. Same you guys have to do right now. And if you are right now studying, you need to make a complete plan so that you are not an aimless student anymore. You need to have a 4-month plan now that write everything down. That's called a game sheet. Sorry, game plan, where you write everything down. That today I have to read anatomy, and that should be decided that should be pre-decided, not that morning. You should be knowing that, okay, if I keep doing this thing on time, by the end of this week, my anatomy will be complete. Automatically, it will help you keep on track, on schedule, and those negative thoughts will be away from your mind कि यार इतना सारा कोर्स है, कैसे होगा, कैसे होगा. हाथ में अगर गेम प्लान है तो वैसे ही होगा. सो चाहे आप मेडिको हो, चाहे स्टूडेंट हो, आज के दिन पे आपको अपनी मेंटल हेल्थ पे ध्यान रखने की बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत है, बहुत ज्यादा. It is to be your best priority. I'll just tell you one more incident about moral. Friend of mine, so his mother actually got it last Saturday. She was very fine. Sunday, his mommy, basically his mother's sister-in-law, due to COVID in an hospital. That lady actually lost so much hope in her life that she immediately Monday morning, I did everything in my power in less than 1 hour to get her admitted, get her the best doctors, medicines, everything. 3 days. She was in best facilities, oxygen, remdesivir was given, but she did not show any kind of improvement. She was so depressed that she was just talking about, मैं मर जाऊंगी. And I was talking to the doctors over there, and they just told me that, Dr. Nachiket, we have to understand that she is not responding to treatment. So until her body allows the medicine to actually work, she will not be recovered. And her husband was also COVID positive. So what we did, and he was showing some symptoms. So we thought, why not shift before anything gets really bad, deteriorate? Why not just shift him there? So we got him admitted to the next bed. And started talking, started caring about her, just holding her hand, and I used to get pictures from there. That etc. Just started talking to her normally कि ठीक है कोई बात नहीं हो जाएगा बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है. I was video calling her daily. Her son was actually video calling her daily. He is also COVID positive. So by the end of like 6 days, I mean 3 दिन खराब हुई, 3 दिन के बाद she started showing so good signs of recovery that today we might discharge her from there. So at the end of the day, we realize that unless the patient's morale is high, there is no point giving in treatment, because even if you have given all the treatments and you lack morale, it is not going to work. So morale in itself right now is the biggest asset to combat COVID. It's very, very important. So if there is any death in your family and you have some parents or elderly people affected, please do not tell them about it. It really affects them deep in their heart and gives them very negative. So please do not tell them about it. Ask your family members that do not put the death directly into the family group. Okay, until unless the elderly people gets better, keep the news away from them. Keep them away from social media and the news. Those rising death numbers again are going to have a very negative effect on their health. So everything is related to mental health somehow. It is all about how we actually find that problem and how we solve the problem. Whether it is a medico, whether it is a patient, whether it is a medical student, everything is related to mental health. That is what I believe.
Yes, sir, that is very true that you said कि जब तक आपके अंदर से वो fight वाला spirit नहीं होगा, it is not easy to fight out with the situations going on. Even my parents were positive, and I have saw how they were struggling hard, but they did not give up, and that is why now they have recovered so fast. And I hope everyone who is watching this video to have the spirit to fight back and not let your moral down. When your spirits are high, when your moral is high, only then you can fight back with the disease. Not even the disease, even when you're preparing for your exams, you should have that spirit and determination that yes, I can do it. If you lost it, you're not gonna stop it unless and until you have the moral. Even all your hard work goes into vain when you do not have the spirit to live it up. So keep your spirits high. That is what even I would like to say. And that is so kind of you to bring to everyone's notice here. Again, there are also some other questions that I want to ask. Being DBMCI and eGurukul, what are some of the plans that you're bringing up for students now, because now there's a lot of time, that is 4 months. So how they can utilize the time, people who are using eGurukul and DBMCI for the preparation?
I think, Alicia, although I do not like to discuss the plans over here because we're talking about a very holistic issue right now. I think mental health trumps over everything. But we recently have launched our NEET booster plan where we are giving now 8 GTs for the plan of 8 months, sorry, 4 months till August. And then we have like a NEET combat plan where we are giving like LMRP, fast track TND, and VIBE all together. So we have these two plans right now for all the students who are eyeing for NEET PG. But let's focus on the real issue that whatever asset you have right now, I mean, whichever coaching institute you are in, whether you are using Bhatia's NEET PG booster or you are using the combo plan, you have to make a game plan in your hand. That is a schedule. If you do not have a schedule, everything is a waste. So how to utilize these products in your system, in your schedule, that should be a student's biggest, what I would say, the word biggest worry actually. My advice would be, if you are using the NEET PG booster plan, that is 8 GTs, 2 GTs per month. So make sure that you are targeting that GT as a proper NEET examination. So revise for 15 days, give the examination. Then watch, study the solutions, see what you have did wrong. Revise those things while you're giving the next exam. Revise those problems, incorrect things that you have done. Revise those in the next 15 days, and then give the next examination again as a whole NEET examination. So every 15 days you are having a NEET exam. So that is how you are supposed to utilize a NEET PG booster.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was a great session having you here, and you have solved many students' doubt, and some points that you highlighted would definitely help a lot of people. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you again with some good new videos
Surely,
and interviews with
surely,
us.
Alicia, it was a great session talking to you. It was great talking to you. Bye-bye and take care of your family. All right?
So everyone, stay safe, stay home, stay healthy, and prepare for your exams, and be prepared for your COVID duties, and take care of your families. Thank you so much for joining us and watching this video.
Bye-bye.
Bye.